Chapter 4. Carmelita.
Bentley and Murray are definitely taken in by this news. I read his profile. Jake McSweeney, after that weasel Dr. M got buried in that infernal vault, became the only remaining survivor of Sly's father's original gang. He is a walrus and has been in prison for the past 20 years. His story of how he got into this incarceration system is unique. Following the breakup of the original gang, this McSweeney had nowhere to go, no one to turn to, so he decided to turn himself in. He's supposed to be allowed to go in a week's time, but from what I heard, the rest of Interpol were not in a hurry to reach out to Bentley and Murray. But considering he's a former thief who brought himself to justice, I couldn't help but have sympathy for this old bloke. And the icing on the cake that convinced me most, I was just a kid when he was brought in, so I didn't have a say. But I heard he fought for custody of Sly after his father died, but couldn't because of his prior criminal history. I think he turned himself in not long after. "Sly told us about him," says Murray. "We never met him, but that is still huge news." "What did the ringtail tell you?" I ask. Bentley thinks for a moment, then decides whatever he could say is ancient history now, and I wouldn't throw him behind bars if he confessed it to me. Shortly after what happened with Clockla, Bentley pauses to shiver. McSweeney sent a note to Sly asking to meet him in the prison. I tilt my head. Cooper was still a wanted criminal at the time. How did he get in there? McSweeney is held at Heathrow. I wasn't with them for that. He went alone, says Bentley. I was away, says Murray. Oh, never mind. I no longer really care about confessions to crime from the Cooper gang. Ugh, which makes me want to hurl. Do either of you know anything about McSweeney? Well, Sly was excited at the possibility of breaking him out of jail, continues Bentley. But he told me when he got back without him that McSweeney was okay. He said McSweeney told him the food wasn't bad and the library was keeping him occupied. The reason he reached out was to give Sly a map of Cane Island. So he's managed to get comfortable behind bars? I ask. You're not going to keep him in there, are you? Shrieks Murray. No, I don't shake my head too violently though. It's never a bad idea to consider further prison time for criminals. In fact, I think it would be best if he came here to the two of you. I look each of them in the eye. I never thought I would say this to you, and I rarely say this to anyone, but I am proud of you. You've given up your ways of crime and you're managing. I got some heat defending you from my superiors, allowing you to stay here in Paris. And I'm glad to see my efforts haven't led to disappointment. I get up from the sofa, where stacks of laundry, food wrappers, weights, machinery, and video games are all over the place. I need some air. I will be escorting you to the prison on Friday at noon to meet him. You can bring others with you if you want, but I have to know prior to picking you up. Neither of them say anything. When I reach the door, Bentley shrieks, "Carmelita!" I look back over. Penelope mailed another card. He wheels over to me and puts it in my hand. I look at it. It's just like the others. Vague, but some hints as to its whereabouts I could look over. Especially for logo spray painted into that wall. Thank you. I'll keep you updated if we find where this is. No one from anywhere I've seen able to reach out to has given any reports of this sort of vandalized property. Strangely. Hopefully we'll have further news soon as we can get her back to justice. And, one more thing. Bentley rubs the back of his neck. If we find out a hint of Sly's whereabouts, do you want to come with us to track him down? I'm a little taken aback by the question. My answer on my tongue is yes. I absolutely would, but I freeze a bit knowing that's what I was about to say. The last time I joined the Cooper gang, it was because I was stranded in time with them and had no alternatives. I wouldn't want something like that again, wouldn't I? I close my eyes and think back to that necklace. The necklace I'll never see again, and that's just how it is. That yelling, those tears, my feeling of hopelessness, the looks of expected disappointment. I shake my head to snap myself out of it. I'll get back to you on that. I exit and slam the door behind me.